Guys, welcome to Farming Simulator 19 on Greenwich Farm. So, obviously we're bailing all of this. Now, a couple of mods come out today, being Tuesday the 14th, and one of which was the salt truck, aka the gritter, from, looks like a gritter you'd see in the UK. I think most people over the rest of the world call them salt trucks, do here in Canada at least. But in the UK, we call salt grits. I never understood that, because it is just salt. I don't know. So, I downloaded that, put that in there. I was talking to Simulation for the Nation very briefly this morning, and he gave me an idea in the wintertime to do with that. Also, I downloaded the bale add-on where it actually adds in netting to round balers by Modern with Passion, the same guys who do the CSC pack. And that intrigues me a lot, because it's something that I've wanted to see in the game for a hell of a long time, is balers that have consumables. And a lot of people are calling for FS21 to have gameplay. We're not going to get into that too much, that argument, but I would agree. 100% agree on gameplay, and that is a good aspect of gameplay. I've been using... I can't hear the beeping. I have to check my sounds to see what the beeping's under, but I really can't hear it. I've been using the analogy of John Smith up in the London Tower block. Sort of aspect of your typical person that may not know anything about farming simulator. Or anything about farming in general. Yeah, I wonder why I can't hear the beeping. So, to have the bale twine and stuff like that put into the game, I think for people who understand it, farming and agriculture, and the people that don't, it would be... Come on, change gear. Thank you. It would be a neat thing to have in the game as game... Son of a bitch! It would be a good thing to have in the game as gameplay, to have the whole... netting, bale twine and stuff like that as a consumable item for these balers. They don't need to make it as fancy as the straw add-on where the baler sides lift up and they have to model the inside, but well, I was going to say, in some cases they have already, but in this they haven't. Although that's being said, it's a square baler, so square, oh my god, it's a round baler, geez. It would be right here, and oh look, they've already got all that modelled because you can see it, but you can clearly see there is no netting in there. So, I don't know, it's something like that I'd like to see. Same with the wrap for the foil. Let's actually have pallets of that you have to refill. We have seed. We have seed that you have to refill. Why don't we have that for balers and stuff? A gameplay mechanic right there. And I would have thought that's something Giants actually would have done a while ago. Is that type of stuff, because again it is gameplay. It would add more for the economy of the game, if you like. I'm really not sure why this is not wanting to change gears. It's kind of weird. Now it is. I am also using the mod that the realistic vehicle mod now that released Monday, beginning of the week. I'm trying that out. I've never used it before. But you may not say, or you may not see the fact I am using it. Crap, I forgot to download that bale mod again to log the bales in. It has a horrible HUD that kind of, I'll throw up Courseplate. I heard the beeping then. It places itself here, like out in left field, away from everything. And there's no option to switch it off unless you go into the Lura script and edit it yourself. It's ridiculous. I don't want to give the mod a try. Would the... I doubt it, but would the baler be under environment? I doubt it, but we'll give it a try. It seems hella quiet. Then you're gonna end up in the damn bush, aren't you? No, let's actually change to the gears, kind of good. I presume the working speed of it. I think these go at 10. Or can go at 10. I'm not sure now. No, it's very quiet. Wow. Just got to keep an eye on that. Could be the gearbox mod possibly making that sound very quiet. Oh no, this is kind of a loud tractor. I lifted the header up, didn't I? I am having an absolute mare of a time right now. It's just Baling. It's just Baling. Something simple. Nope. Not for me, apparently, today. Not for me. Dang. So all of these bales are going to be sold. Every single one of them. They're all going down to the biogas. We're going to be making some good money out of it. Hopefully. So each season, that's what I'm planning on doing. So that's a pain in the ass right there. I will be doing a field, I think, as hay, and we'll keep some of it back for the sheep for over winter, every season. There we go. The rest of it will go towards silage. Basically, we'll make it into silage bales. We just won't let it dry. So eventually, once we can, we'll probably end up buying this setup. This setup here at some point. The all-in-one. I'm just going to make it go through gears quicker. Do it manually. You can actually hear a beep of it going through, which is interesting. Looks like 8 miles an hour is the working speed for this. Back it up. Drop it down. Pull forward a bit so it doesn't smack that. There you go. Actually manually changing the gears. Honestly, I would be lost without this Stream Deck nowadays. The Elgato Stream Deck, like, by the name you think it's just for doing live streams and stuff. They're not cheap. They're really not. But, good lord. You talk about... You see people get button boxes for, like, Truck Sim and different kind of button boxes for different types of stuff. With the Stream Deck, it is a button box that has multiple pages that you can do stuff with. It's, in that regard, it's phenomenal. It really is. It's so versatile. I've got a page set up for Farm Sim for... It's not changing gears again, dang. A page for Farm Sim for doing the gears. I've got a page for GPS. Back before I lost everything when my laptop died, I had a whole bunch of other crap in there for different games. I had very extensive one for farm sim, and kind of disappointed I've lost all of that data now. And all the icons, which I don't know how I lost them and didn't back them up. I'm kind of annoyed at myself for that. But we've got a whole bunch of different setup stuff. And it's taking the time. I'd have been wanting to do one for farming, not farming sim, flight sim too. I wonder if it's because the PTO is wound right up, it's having issues with that. I don't know. Alright, I think I'm probably going to be doing skip rows. So we'll drop that down. I don't know if you guys know, there used to be a mod where it would automatically unload balers for you. Is that a thing in 19? I can't say I've seen it personally, so I don't think so. It used to be up on the mod hub, so if it's not there, my guess is it doesn't exist anymore. We'll bounce it through until 7th gear that we got there. Alright, next row. Now, I don't know if skip row stuff's done in the UK too much. You see it a lot over here in North America. Predominantly, obviously bigger machinery, but for baling, I would imagine you'd see it. And that's, if you need to turn tight, it's so you're not putting a lot of drivetrain stress on basically the PTO there. Ah, I forgot to drop our barrel on the way along. It would be kind of neat if we had, if it was a combi baler like this, we had a thing to say if it's done wrapping or not. Like a percentage of it being wrapped. That would be kind of cool, and then you could look down and go, okay, I can spit it out. Like normally you'd have a computer screen there to tell you. Obviously, you don't in here. Actually, you're not a bad yield out of this lot. So I think I was saying if we've got a good amount of cash out of this lot, what we'll end up doing is that will go towards buying a sprayer for up here. A small 3-point sprayer to go on the back of the class that stays up here. I think that is the plan. It may not be changing through the gears, probably because I'm using cruise. I doubt it, but I wonder if that's the case. Yeah, I went up too many gears there. Yeah, we've got quite a few bales. I know we've got some hidden away in friggin' bushes down there, so I'm gonna have to go through and scoop them out beforehand. Darn crows, be gone with y'all. There's something about doing this stuff that's pretty damn relaxing. Just nosedive into them, they're so broken. They really are. Oh, I didn't drop the bale again, dang. in reality, if you end up forgetting to do something like that, you probably more as well wait. Am I going to make that turn? Barely. And this is why you skip a row. You'd probably end up waiting for this bale to be wrapped and just double them up. But then you're kind of bypassing the factor of what these balers can do. Wrap on the move. That's the whole reason why I'm going this route instead of using the square bale wrapper or a normal round baler. It's a shame that bale net mod doesn't natively go over to all round balers. I was really hoping it would go into this one, but probably it can't because this is a DLC. So the code that they would need to splice it into, they can't have access to, obviously. Which at that point would be nice if they contacted Giants with that one and said, hey, can we push an update so this works with it? Would be nice. As this, for me personally, this is the only round baler that I'll probably use now. I'm not going to be doing straw round bales. Screw that nonsense. I've got something lined up what we're going to be using for the straw. And the class baler. It's a baler that I got told about fairly recently that by CD. But I will show you that when it comes to it. I dump that bale. Missed a chunk there, which I'm not too worried about. It's actually, I'm really surprised how long it's taken us to do this field. It is a big field, I just didn't anticipate it taking this long. Is that wheel slip going on there? Kind of look like it a bit. I'm curious to see how that realistic vehicle does handle these with the gearbox, especially once we're doing tillage and even harvesting. I don't know if it affects harvesters, but probably does. See if that's one I can recommend using, basically. Right now, as it stands, I am not noticing a bit of difference between them. The in-game and that, as of right now. That being said, the way I work with a lot of stuff, I put the wide tires on everything possible. To me, it looks better, costs more, but it does look better. And functionality base game, I think it does have a factor with that realistic vehicle thing, or whatever it's called. It does have even more of a factor for flotation and grip and all that stuff. So I always go with the wide tire option, so I may never see too much of an effect of that. It's not like I'm cultivating with friggin' row crops on it. Alright, drop that one. You really can barely hear the beeping. Wonder what, I just smacked that thing, didn't I? Yep. Wonder what the deal is with that. Alright, we'll go around and just drop the pickup where needed. For long chunks like that. I want to be able to get that stuff there, so see what we can do. It drives me up the wall when I miss stuff, like all of that, but I'm not going to go around and grab all of it. Like that way, that bale happened to be dropped. Screwed up there, that was me. That was all on me, that one. Alrighty. Slow it down a bit. Bang through the gears. Onwards to the next field. But what I may do is we'll go across to the forest. No, I'm not going to be doing forestry, don't worry, we've got more to do than that right now. That's downtime stuff, is forestry. Oh, I thought it was going to stall it. The gearbox is not still quite there yet. Definitely not quite there if you use an auto. Alright, put it in park. Shut it down. So here in the forestry, I wanted to try for a while, and I got it early. You can see right there, actually, it's screaming at you. Yes, the paint can. So I've gone around, marked a couple of trees. Unfortunately, I don't know if it's where he stood or not, but if I get rid of that, go over here. Like I sprayed it here, it put it there. So I think it's set spots on the tree that it actually marks. So in some cases, it's kind of useless. But in all seriousness, and I wish you could change the color of the can, like a bright orange. So I would want it here because that's the way I'm going to be coming looking at the tree. And it puts it there. But also it like changes the model of the tree. I've noticed. Like it's all of a sudden a light color. So if you see how light the color is there. So if we go look at this tree, it looks dark right now. But once we hit that, it will go light. It straight up changes the model of the tree, which is interesting. It's how they've done it. Alright, I marked a couple up. I just wanted to show you guys that. It's a mod that it's been up on the mod hub for a long time now, but I never had the opportunity to use, and well, there we go. It's kind of neat. Makes the trees stand out like a sore thumb though, because they are pretty much glowing compared to the rest of the colours. Which is disappointing, but hey. Beggars can't be choosers. Alright, I want to show you that, and then we'll get back on with this. Take off the parking brake, that always helps. And bang for the gears. Now this will bog, probably going around that hill. I almost guarantee it. $99. Come on, close it, close it, close it. And we'll wait. Through the gears. And we're bailing. And wrapping. Kicking it out. Being as efficient as possible. I think this is the best and most efficient way of doing it. I really do. Whee. It's annoying me I can't hear the damn beeper though. I wonder what's causing that. Maybe it is this tractor just being so damn loud. It could be. I wonder, did I edit the inside volume of this and turn it down? I know there was one tractor where I really messed around with it. It could have been this 6930. I can't remember now. I know I had a custom sound on that one. I found on... Where did I find that? For Forbidden Mods, I think? He's spinning? No. I was gonna say, for a tractor that's got so much horsepower, this is having a lot of issues going up here, and this thing requires, let's see how much it requires. 145 horse. I can't remember what I ended up making this thing actually have. I know it's up there. I want to say it's like 330 or 340 horsepower. Way more than it should have. It does seem to be struggling up here. It could probably do with a front weight. Not gonna lie. Definitely do with a front weight. Although the beeping's going to be going off. It's that quiet. It's alright. Get rid of it. Oh my god. That one. Print screen. Beautiful. And then switch that back on. That's the downside about that player camera mod, is it does use the mouse wheel. And of course it still kicks through all of the different mouse wheel selectable stuff. Which in theory shouldn't be an issue in the stock game, because you could only have a chainsaw, unless you buy literally all the different chainsaws, which at that point, what's the point? They all do the same exact thing. I don't know why I thought it was beeping. I have no idea why. It wasn't. It was just done. Wrapping there. So this little section was weird. And I think I know why. I got a feeling the sheep have something to... No, it's full. I can't even hear the beeping. I've got a feeling it's got something to do with the sheep pasture right there. Because we cut this, and it took forever to grow back, so hence why we have... Oh no, we clearly mowed it. Why has that grown back so quick compared to everything else? I don't know. Good question. At one point it wasn't fully grown, I remember that. I don't know. I do not know what I was going to say. Head is down. Kick that bale out before it's going down here. And we're away again. Beautiful. So these are going to take a little while to ferment anyway. So what we'll end up doing, knowing that, is we'll still pick them up and we'll just straight away take them down to the BGA. And every once in a while drive up there to double check that they're good to go. And I don't know if we can check the prices of the BGA. We'll keep an eye on that if we can. And sell it when it's at a profit. I don't mind sitting on these for a little bit. I'd rather not, but I don't mind doing it. Or we'll sell a few off so I can get some money to get the sprayer. We could do that. Have to wait and see. Play the BGA, basically. I'm never one for doing the anything biogas orientated. I'm just not into it, like some people are. But then some people go crazy with literally proper silage instead of silage bales. I don't mind doing the BGA with this kind of stuff. To me, it's kind of more enjoyable. For some people, it's sacrilege saying I don't enjoy doing silage work, but I really don't. The harvesting aspect, because in the base game, it's such a pain in the ass to do. It really is. By yourself, unless it's multiplayer, and it's fantastic if you guys are literally right next to each other because of the ping. And even with Follow Me, it's still clunky. The best way I've managed to do is honestly have the harvester on course play, but I want to be on the harvester. But honestly, in the whole aspect of silage, my favourite task is probably the bunk. The way Giants have got that in the game now, that's really cool, having to properly level that and compact it and all of that, instead of just rolling it. I like that. That's fun. It really is. So that I don't mind, but I doubt I'll be doing any of that anytime soon. He says, I do plan on getting cows on here at some point in the non too distant future, so I don't know if I will go down that route of planting corn. An egg field, we'll see. Now, where is the cow yard compared to here? Yeah, up north. Now, it's going to be a long time before we look at getting cows. That is not going to be anytime soon. Why is that rolling? It didn't get touched. Player usually just bounces right off of it. Yeah. I wondered if it would have, if it didn't have, well, had a thing in my hand. Yeah, I definitely need to get that bale mod where it stops them rolling. Because so many of these are going to end up in the bushes. I'm going to have to go around and find them and stab them and put them in the middle of the field with the bale fork there. So we'll probably get to the end of this row and that's where we'll call it for the day. One task, but I think a lot of people enjoy watching this kind of stuff. I hope. It's not something I do often, although I've done it a lot recently. And if you guys got any suggestions about hearing the beeper, I got a feeling it's a mod that I'm using that's making it way quieter. Probably the realistic vehicle thing. I don't know. Or it's just this thing's so loud. I don't know. It's not like the class pack's updated anytime soon. It needs an update because you can't refuel the Scorpion. And from what I've been told, when someone's inquired about it, there is an update in the works. Why that's not been pushed through as a hotfix is absolutely beyond me. Oh, well, I thought we were getting ready for Rose, but we still got another round. Okay, I'll get lined up for that one. Alright, we'll shut that down. Well, it's actually 1,000 speed on the PTO. So it is. Okay. Not that I guess I could go into the configs and make sure that... Yeah, 100%. Oh, you can change the PTO speed. I don't know if you could on this. Go inside the cab there in a second and take a quick peek to see what that is. And by inside the cab, I mean literally glitching through the damn thing. It has a 540 eco on this? Dang. Did they actually? I would have thought they wouldn't. This wouldn't. Well, that's a power shift. So would that mean 19 speed forward? I don't know. Must be. That'll be the stuff, the through point. Well, it is a really hellishly detailed cab, this. It's a very high poly model. That's why this model particularly probably never make it a console. Unfortunately. Detailing is phenomenal. Alrighty. Well, I will bid you guys farewell. Well, it's 36 minutes. The longest video I've done for a bit. So until next time, hopefully you guys have enjoyed, and we will see you next time. Later.